Larry Chavez has been a Toastmaster for 2.5 years. Today, Larry will be giving his first speech as a competent communicator. His objective is to keep the story building with a powerful climax. Mr. Larry Chavez, with his first speech titled, A Time of Ugliness and a Time of Enlightenment. Mr. Larry.
This year, 2015, has been one of the ugliest years of my life. It's been depressing, but it's also been a year of enlightenment. Go with me on a trip for a little bit. January of this year, my father-in-law, who has Alzheimer's, fell and broke his hip. This is all new to us, so we had to look for a rehab hospital, which is a glorified name for a nursing home. We finally found a 3-star nursing home, 2 miles from where you sit. We weren't quite sure what to expect, so we put him in there, and every day we hired a caretaker just to be in his room. And we would go in the evenings. And as a result, I got to know the residents. I got to know their story. And I almost feel like I'm here to speak on their behalf today. It's such a sad situation. When I was young, even up until a year ago, I thought old age, which I'm approaching, and the method I was going to die, I thought one day I'd come home from work, get on my recliner, hold my hand, and just check out. What a comfortable death. My parents, now in their 90s, I never expected them to be in a nursing home. I thought they were just going to go to sleep one night and die in their sleep. But people are living longer. And it's interesting that Brian would talk about millennials, because it's kind of sad that they're missing the richness of older people, our senior citizens. Let me tell you a few stories. I never thought I would be changing my father-in-law's diaper. I never thought I would have to be lifting him up and taking him to the bathroom. It's a sad situation, but it's a situation that if you love your parents, you remember the days when they probably did it for you and what they would do for you today if they were still capable. There's people in nursing homes who've been there 5, 6 years and no one comes to visit them. Or an occasional visit, not only the millennials, but the baby boomers. And what are they doing when they're visiting grandpa or mom and dad? Texting on their phone, talking on their phone. And what's grandpa doing? Just kind of staring at the wall because there's no conversation. There's no relationship. It's a sad situation. It's a depressing day. But I made some friends in the nursing home. Let me tell you a few of them. And this has been the enlightenment part. Dr. Mohammed came to visit in Phoenix, Arizona 3 years ago and had a stroke. Before he had a stroke, he was a trauma surgeon in Chicago. Now he's in a wheelchair with his arm like this. But he took a few steps last week and he's walking in a walker. And he says, I'm going to beat it. I said, Dr. Mohammed, what's your dreams? He says, well, I've been studying about diabetes. And I've been counseling the residents here about their diets and nutrition. And someday I hope to go to the Indian reservation and be a nutrition specialist. He still has dreams. How long has Dr. Mohammed been there? 6 years. I said, Dr. Mohammed, does anybody ever come to visit you other than me? He says, well, I've had one visitor in 6 years. I call my children, probably millennials, in Chicago and New York, and they're uncomfortable. They can hardly wait to get off the telephone. You think they were paying this call by the minute. So I don't call them anymore. I don't want them to be put out. How sad. What does that say of our society? We live in such a throwaway society. And we put them in a nursing home and we assume that people will take care of them. They take care of them, but maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes after they've pooped in their pants. How sad to sit there for 15 minutes in your diaper that's soiled. It's a sad situation. And then my favorite character is Sue. Sue's been there 8 years. She has congestive heart failure, but she refuses to die, as she tells me. She's a wonderful lady. She used to be a business lady. She said she owns 7 Subway sandwich shops, and she turned them all into nonprofits because she lost on all of them. She's so full of humor. And I said, how have you coped for so many years here? And she says, you know, Larry, I am so blessed. God put me here for a reason. I said, really? This many years? I would think that's an angry God. She says, no. She says, because I was arrogant and I was mean. And I got to where I was going by stepping on people, including family members. God has humbled me. And I've learned to make peace with people. I've asked for forgiveness from people. I've written letters and asked for forgiveness. And better yet, I've got to know myself. I realize now I like myself. I look forward to every day. She says, I have been so blessed because now I'm at peace with God and I'm at peace with other people. And my daughter who lives in California, my dream is one of these days she's going to come and take me from here and take me to California, even if it's on a short vacation. Well, I was gone for 2 weeks. Last week I went to the nursing home and I went to Sue's room. Bed's empty. You're right. Sue had passed away. Sue has gone home. But she died with dignity. She died with dignity. The way I think we should all think of our own death. Dying with dignity. And I did a little research on a survey on people in nursing homes. And I read a fantastic story of the 5 most common regrets that people have in nursing homes. And I want to share them with you today. I wish I had the courage to live life true to myself, not what others expect of me. That was the number one reason. I wish I had not worked so hard. I wish I had let myself be happier. And the unexpected common regret, I wish I had known Larry Chavez when I was younger and full of energy. And when asked why, they said, because we love the fashion statement he makes. White socks and black shoes. The bottom line is, take a chance, enjoy life, and be silly. Mr. Toastmaster.